today, we're going to look at an AI that was built for one very, very specific job, writing direct mail for real estate investors. Now, you might think, okay, that's pretty niche. But what's so fascinating here is how this one little tool is actually a window into a massive shift happening in technology, this big move toward hyper-specialized AI.
It all kicks off with a problem that, let's be honest, we all get. You know that feeling, right? You're sorting your mail, and most of it is done right over the trash can. For marketers, and especially in a super competitive world like real estate, every single one of those mailers that gets tossed is literally money thrown away. So that's the big question, isn't it? How do you possibly break through all that noise? How do you write something so good that it doesn't just avoid the trash can, but it actually makes someone stop, read it, and pick up the phone to call you? That's the puzzle we're going to unpack today. And yeah, that brings us to what you can honestly call the mailbox battlefield. It's not an exaggeration. The fight for a homeowner's attention is just incredibly fierce, and standing out is everything. It's the whole game. I mean, think about it from your own perspective. When a message feels generic, it just screams junk mail. It feels totally impersonal and, irrelevant. If you're a landlord who's just exhausted from dealing with tenants, a generic "we buy houses" flyer doesn't really speak to your specific problem, does it? To get a real response, that message has to feel like it was written just for you. So, how do you solve that personalization problem at scale? Well, to solve this exact problem, a whole new kind of tool has popped up, and it's called, simply enough, the Direct Mail Copy Generator. And here's what it is. It's an AI copywriter. But here's the kicker. It's not just any AI. This one has been trained specifically on real estate investing strategies and frameworks. Its entire reason for existing is to write mailers that actually get a response from homeowners. And what's cool is who this is for. It's built for pretty much everyone in this space, whether you're a complete beginner just starting out or you're a seasoned pro sending out thousands of these things a month. The AI can adapt. It actually understands the subtle differences between talking to someone who's in pre-foreclosure versus, say, a landlord who lives out of state. So how does it actually work? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Well, the whole process is designed to be ridiculously fast. We're talking about going from a completely blank page to a finished, ready-to-print campaign in just a couple of minutes. It's a super straightforward three-step process. First, you just tell the AI who your audience is. Are you targeting absentee owners in Austin, Texas? Check. Next, you set the mood. Do you need to sound urgent or maybe more empathetic? And you select the specific selling points, the hooks you want to feature. And then, that's it. You just click a button and the AI generates the copy, all formatted and ready to go. And get this, it doesn't just spit out one option. It always gives you at least two completely different variations of the copy. And why does it do that? Well, it's so you can do what marketers call A/B testing. You send one version to half your list, the other version to the other half, and you see which one gets more calls. It's just a smarter way to spend your money, right? So, that first version, which they call Angle A, is designed to be direct and punchy. Think of it like a billboard on the highway. It's optimized for a postcard, where you have maybe 1 second to grab someone's attention before it hits the recycling bin. Then you have Angle B, which is pretty much the total opposite. It's much softer, way more strategic. This version uses a really conversational and empathetic tone. It's perfect for a longer letter where you actually have the space to build a more personal connection and speak directly to what that homeowner might be going through. Okay, and this right here, this brings us to the real heart of the matter. It's the critical, crucial difference between a specialist AI like this one and a generalist AI like the ones that most of us are using every day. And I know what you're thinking, because it's the obvious question, right? I mean, come on, we've all got access to these incredibly powerful tools like ChatGPT. Why would anyone need something so specific? Well, here's where you really see the difference. A general AI has, general knowledge about everything. But this specialized AI, it's been deeply trained on proven real estate frameworks. It doesn't just spit out generic marketing jargon. It knows the exact industry hooks that work, and it's been fine-tuned to have this more human, kind of anti-guru tone, so it avoids that robotic feel we all know. The way the source material puts it is, well, pretty funny and dead on. It says you could use general AI, but only if you want your postcards to sound like a robot wrote them for a college essay. And that just kind of says it all, doesn't it? So what are these industry hooks we're talking about? Well, they're things like this. proven phrases that the AI automatically weaves into the copy. These are the things that address a seller's biggest worries and pain points head on. Things like, no repairs needed, we pay cash, we buy as is. These are the magic words in this industry.
All right, so let's pull back for a second. Let's zoom out. This tool isn't really just about real estate mailers. It's a preview, a glimpse into a much, much larger shift in how AI is going to be used in pretty much every single industry you can think of.
Here's the big takeaway, the thing to really remember. General AI models are like a brilliant intern. They're incredibly capable, for sure, but they need a ton of direction. Specialized models, on the other hand, are like a 20-year veteran of the industry. They already know the landscape, they know the language, and they know what works. That is the future.
And that really leaves us with a huge question to chew on. We've just seen an AI that can master real estate mail. So what's next? An AI that can draft a perfect legal brief for a very specific kind of lawsuit? What about an AI that can generate an entire week of amazing lesson plans for a third-grade science teacher? As these tools get sharper and more focused, what everyday problem in your life or in your job do you think they'll solve next?